everybody. This is Jamie of Pandora Astrology, and with me is Julia.
Hey guys, it's Julia Mikos, and I'm joining in from Mystic, Connecticut.
And I'm in Berkeley, California. And we're going to talk with you now about the new moon in Scorpio happening in October of 2019. A new moon, you probably already know, is a time when the sun and the moon form a conjunction in the sky. And the reason why we don't see the new moon very clearly, why it's so dark, is because we on Earth, in the middle of a chart, are looking at the sun and the moon in the same direction. And so we don't see any light cast on the moon because the sun is behind it. So the sun and the moon are together, and this is the beginning and ending of every lunar cycle, and so it symbolizes beginnings and endings, births, plantings of seeds. And this one's happening in Scorpio, and it is getting darker outside. Of course, we're moving deeper into the fall, heading towards winter. So there's this sensation of planting seeds in darkness. And also, because Scorpio has so much to do with death and rebirth, loss and grieving and shedding, there is this sort of it's like there's a question hanging in the air, which is, what do you need to let go of in order to birth the next creative thing that you're up to? This could be a time when you retreat into the dark womb of your creativity, and get ready to grow something up to be strong enough to emerge from that womb. This moon makes me think actually of the concept of prana leakage. My husband actually said this to me today. We were talking. He was talking about something. He was sharing something from inside his personal life. And then he said, but I don't want to say too much more because I don't want to leak prana. And yeah, I know. I love that. That phrase is totally in my marriage, and I love that. I have a husband who says that kind of stuff to me. And I knew exactly what he meant. He meant that this idea is too new. It's too fragile to exist outside the wound. The womb. Freudian slip. To exist outside the womb. And so it has to grow, I have to feed it a little more. It has to develop a little more. And it reminds me very much of that part of the Scorpio story of metamorphosis, where the butterfly is in the cocoon and it's shaping itself, it's coming together, and maybe it's fully formed, but it's not strong enough yet to exist. And that's a very fragile and crucial moment for in scorpionic development, where if you actually took, like an X-Acto knife and very carefully slit open the cocoon and removed the butterfly and birthed it too soon, it wouldn't survive.
Oh yeah.
So there's this feeling of the fragile to me about this this moon. And then Uranus is opposite to it, and so there's really a bit of a caution here, because Uranus brings the upset, the unexpected, the unknown, the bolt from the blue. So there may be some prana leakage that happens, and sometimes you can't do anything about that. But sometimes also it's the lightning bolt from the blue. I mean, Oranos was the sky god, and the ancients used to say that he impregnated Rhea, the earth goddess. These were the Titans, the gods before the gods in the Greek and Roman mythology, by, bolts of lightning. So this could be a very fertile moon as well. Julia, what are your thoughts about it?
That's also interesting. When I'm looking at this new moon in Scorpio, it can be a very hidden new moon, like what you were saying, planting this in darkness. So you might need to start something new more privately than usual, instead of being out in the open and being like, hey guys, welcome world, I'm starting something new. It might have to be a little bit more quiet and kept out of, the light of society.
Yeah, don't toot your horn too fast.
What's that?
Don't toot your horn too fast.
Oh yeah. And it's also the sign of power. It's a sign of security. So maybe this is a time for starting something new in order to gain more power in your life, or you might be finding new ways to ensure more security. Yeah. And I mean, we all have Scorpio somewhere in our chart. You know, if you want to sort of see how this concentrated new moon affects you, you can look to see what arena that Scorpio new moon is going to be germinating.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Do you have thoughts about the Uranus opposition?
Wow, I mean, and it's also like really close in degree. I think that it's, you know, wherever I see, what's that?
Very precise.
Very precise. Yeah, whenever I see Uranus, I think that that is a call to individualize your approach. So, you know, because Uranus isn't going to do anything like the rest of the crowd. It's going to march to the beat of its own drummer. So you're going to have to maybe individualize your approach to this new venture, this new project that you might be undertaking.
Yeah, that makes sense. Another thought is that if you have anything in your chart around 4 degrees of fixed signs, you're really going to feel this moon. So, you know, like if this moon is happening on your birthday, for example, then your sun is at 4 degrees of Scorpio, and this is really probably going to be pretty intense, and it'll also end up in your birthday chart for the year. So knowing where that falls in your birthday chart might be really useful information as well. And even if, you know, if you were born on the 27th of the month in the other fixed signs, like Leo, July 27th, or Taurus, April 27th, or what's the other one? Aquarius, January 27th. And it doesn't have to be precise, you know, for you to feel it really within several days around that date. This would likely be a fairly powerful moon for you and worth noticing and attending to. Do you think that's everything we want to say about it, Julia?
Sounds good to me, Jamie.
Well, this is fun. I love putting out these videos for people to watch. I hope that you're enjoying it, and check out our YouTube channel where you can find a lot more like this going into the past, but also this month's videos aggregated in a playlist and horoscopes that we're starting to do. So watch for those as well. And we'll see you around the cosmos. Bye.
Bye-bye.